in a market and the vendor is screaming out, fresh Matooke, hot chapati. And deep down, your brain starts running, saying, I'm diabetic. But you're hungry, the money is tight, and you feel like, should I skip this meal and keep myself so that my sugars can't rise? But guess what? Here we are to tell you that you should eat without no fear. And today's episode, we're going to have something called Carbs Free, Eat Without Fear. So today, with me, I'm with one of my defiants called Hamida, Ben, and we have Ivan. So, Hamida, what do you know about carbs?
Honestly, for me, when I hear about the word carbohydrates, a lot comes to my mind. The kind of food that you eat and the food that you eat that automatically has effect on your sugar levels, Maybe not to say a lot, but yeah. That's briefly.
Should we say that carbs are good or they are not good?
Carbohydrates are not bad and they are not... I cannot rule it out entirely that they are bad, but it is very important for the listeners to know that carbohydrates benefit us in different ways according to the needs, especially if you're living with diabetes.
Ben, what do you think are those type of foods that we categorize as foods that lead to high blood sugar? That when you eat them, you are likely to shoot or raise your sugars.
Carbohydrates.
So I want you to tell me which specific carbohydrates food is that?
So basically, let me start with breaking down carbohydrates, because they have three components in them. One, starch, sugars, and fiber.
Yeah.
Now, starch is in Ugandan setting. It's rich in local food, Matooke, rice, yams, potatoes, sweet potatoes, cassava, all that. And then sugars, these are basically processed sugars. An example of sodas, sweets, and stuff like that. Then starch, this has on a T1, this starch has zero impact. It's the component that is least, let me say, it's not dangerous to a T1D because it has zero impact on, it helps you in other aspects, but not blood sugar control or something like that. So those are the three components. But the foods that raise blood sugar are the foods we eat, basically Matooke, rice, something that will save you actually. It's dangerous for you.
On which you have said, Ivan, on Matooke and posho, which one do you think has carbohydrates and why do you think it's not advisable to eat it daily?
Oh, wow. That's a tough question. I thought the question was going to be which one is your favorite, because that would have been an easier one. I would have probably said Matooke. Yeah? Unfortunately, no. No, I said it should have been my favorite. But which one has higher sugars? I think, I think it also depends on how much of it you're eating. But if we had, let's say, the same portions, I would say posho would have more. I'm no expert, but I would say posho would have more. It has a tendency of raising your sugars much higher, and I think more quickly than Matooke does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm still on your what do you think
Yeah.
those myths you have heard and they have said a diabetic person when they eat this
Yeah.
or that,
That's
that
that's the
it will
first
even
myth.
lead them to death.
That's the first myth.
Really?
Yes. For instance, I was admitted in hospital, and the very good hospital people, they really wanted to care about me. They brought brown rice, brown bread, and things like that, and they were insisting that as a diabetic, this is what you're supposed to eat, only this. I was saying that, but we were advised that growing up with T1D that you can literally eat anything because you need every food. I remember when you're growing up, we were taught that the three important foods that you must have: the grow foods, the glow foods, and the go foods. So grow foods were like the proteins, the ones that you need to grow your body. The glow foods are like vitamins and vegetables that you need to help you, have a nice skin like mine. Yes. And then the go foods, which is basically the carbohydrates that give you the energy to go and do the things you need to do to work. So yeah, that's the first myth, that you can't eat anything and everything. It's not true. You can actually eat anything. It's just important that maybe Hamida will talk about it later. Just make sure you take your insulin and listen to how your doctors advise you. And importantly, you do carb counting. So it's important to do that. Maybe the other thing that I've heard is also that Matooke has no carbs. So many people think that Matooke, Irish, it's okay to eat them. Yes, they're watery. They don't have any carbs. They won't affect you anyway, but they do. They do affect you. Also, some people say bushera. Bushera, because local porridge, yes, the millet porridge. People also say, some people think that it also doesn't have, it's sugar free and it's good, but obviously it's starch, as is explained, so it does have it. It may not have the same effect or impact as
Maize flour.
yes, as maize flour, the common porridge, white porridge you take, but it also does have an impact. And then fruits.
Our favorite.
So some people think that fruits like mangoes are okay because they're natural sugars. They have no impact, but they actually do. And again, I think what needs to be brought out to the fore is that there's a lot of moderation that needs to happen. And that's why Hamid and Ben will talk a lot about carb counting, so people understand that carb counting is not telling you you can't eat this or that. It's just telling you that it's all good, but have this in moderation. Then maybe two things. One, especially for diabetics, they think that skipping carbs, like not eating carbs, means you don't have to take your insulin. So there's that very big myth and misunderstanding within the community that, oh, I've not eaten posho, I've not eaten breakfast or something like that, so that means I'm not going to take my insulin. So it's also a very big issue. But also the other thing, especially if we're talking about carb counting, people think, also in the community, they think that carb counting is only for the educated people. Like it's only those guys who have gone to school, who should be, who are the cool ones who should be doing carb counting. No, it's for all of us, and everyone can learn how to do it. Yeah, I'll let Bernard and Hamida share more.
So Hamida, on his point, if I have Matooke and posho, and I'm planning to eat both of them,
Yeah.
let's say I use Actrapid,
Yeah.
how many units would you advise me to take? Or what do you think a person who takes both meals should do after?
Of course, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I have just lived with type 1 diabetes for 19 years. But I think when it comes to food portions or carb counting, it is very important for us to know that if my sugar levels, let me say, are high before planning to eat posho, I have to, of course, sometimes there is a procedure. There are different procedures that our doctors recommend. There is that 15 to 15 rule, it works for, others. So everything when choosing may depend. But if I was the one going to choose, let me say if my sugar levels were high and I have to select between maize flour and banana that we call Matooke, I think, it has never came to my mind to think that Matooke and maize flour have a big difference, because I remember when I was younger, I attended a camp. It was a camp with CDIC. Dr. Silva told us, I was way younger, but that's one particular thing that I remember about carbs. He was like, one piece of Matooke.
Like a portion?
Yeah, like a portion with is equivalent to two tosses of bread. So you realize that
The amount of carbs.
yes, in it. When I look at 2 slices of bread with that only one piece of Matooke, it becomes very complicated. So I still feel like Matooke carries a lot of sugar, and same as maize flour. So whether I choose Matooke or maize flour, I have to be very careful with how I'm going to use my insulin. So I'm very neutral, but I will go with maize flour.
Okay, I understand. as a T1D, it's very tough for you, because most of the times you're in survival mode to choose what to eat.
Also, we have starch, sugar, and fiber, but within carbohydrates. So if, let me say, maize flour contains a lot of sugar than Matooke, definitely if my sugar levels are high, I will go with Matooke.
They both have starch.
They both have
Not
starch.
sugars,
No,
yeah.
but there are carbohydrates which have sugar, and there are carbohydrates which have starch. Starch, sugar, yes, they are close, the same. But if I want to eat anything carbohydrate, but when it has a percentage of fiber in it, and let me say maize flour has only sugar.
Okay, now you're taking me back to me, what I said before. But examples of carbohydrates that are rich in fiber, cereals, and it's not posho.
But there are whole fruits which
Carbohydrates which are rich in sugar,
carbohydrates which are rich in sugar, but they have a little
include
bit
natural
of
fruit.
fiber. Yes.
Now
Okay.
I have a question. Most diabetic people like cereals,
Yeah.
but there are cereals that are a mixture of carbs and fiber.
Yeah.
Now, put yourself in a situation. You are a parent. You have a school-going child. This child goes, let's say, to a secondary school, where you won't limit them that they won't eat this and this, because he or she will see their fellow students at the canteens, and deep down they'll be like, I also want to eat a chapati. I remember chapati has carbs. Then, you as a parent, you already packed some other snacks. How better would you advise your child on such a situation? Because even though you advise them, I know some children are stubborn. They will tell you, I didn't eat this. But you as a parent, you will know that I think when she went to the tin, or he or she ate this and that. That's why the sugars are high. Because what I packed is different from what the sugars are showing. What do you advise a parent in such situation? Do you
I
think
think-
parents should limit their children in eating some carbs, or they should just let them be?
Honestly, if I have to contribute, I feel like if my mom if now that I am older, I wish, okay, they really tried to sometimes give me the little bit of, to adapt with vegetables, with carbohydrates, proteins, they really didn't mind, but they really wanted that bit of vegetables with starch. It is important, when kids are growing, they know these are fruits, so it's always important that you pack maybe the apple, my kid's favorite fruit, just giving an example. It may be apple, it may be banana, regardless of where you are. So it is important that our parents take food portions as something that is important to inspire the kids to love and, to know that if I go with chapati, it has to be maybe a small portion. It may affect my, maybe, but they are kids,
Kids.
So it goes even deeper because you may not be there entirely through their lives, but it is important that they know if I am eating this, it may affect me in this, a certain type of way. So food portions
I feel
in the
like,
container may help a lot.
do you feel like these parents are also a problem?
Just to add on that.
No.
I don't know if you understand the word problem I'm using. Sometimes these parents are not the diabetic victims. They will be like, eat these vegetables, eat this and this. But you as a person, you also know you're not well.
I think it goes back to education, like some of the things that we lack in Uganda. Okay, back in the days, we really needed a lot of education when it comes to parent, a clear procedure that when you're diagnosed, your parents go through this process, in order to prepare them on how they can take care of you when you're back home. But you see, things are still hard. That's why having a family like the one of the Defy Initiative contributes a lot to your well-being. If you need friends, you may advise or recommend to a very good doctor, you may say you can go to Zambia, you will get the best, or you can go to Mulago, Yeah.
And to to add on that, yeah. So kids, even as adults, just like any other normal person, we need food for other reasons.
Yeah.
Though we are T1Ds, but we need food for energy. We need proteins in the body. Yeah. And these are kids that are growing up. They are still very young, so they need all the nutrients in the body. So I wouldn't advise anyone to limit them on what they do. They
Sometimes
eat.
it's not entirely
Though,
limiting.
yeah, some are limited.
Some parents limit.
They do.
I think for the
And you
well-being
find
of the
yourself that
child.
these kids are going to start being thieves of their own food.
Talking about the misconceptions or the myths he was talking about, you've heard stories where they tell you, you were T1D, don't eat jackfruit, don't eat sugar canes, don't eat. It is bad for you. It has a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
You're being limited. Yet actually, you need the natural sugar.
I feel like
For example, you talked about the 15-15 rule.
10 to 15, right?
Yeah. Now, a portion of Matooke, which is 15 grams, it's equivalent to an apple. An apple is also 15 grams. 2 bananas are 15 grams. So, what use is it to refuse a kid from eating 2 bananas and then you give them the Matooke? You're not helping. You're just limiting. So, I think, and I'll come later. I have a chart here
Okay.
that has all that.
Ivan, share with us. It looks like you're a foodie. So, share with us that small hack you use when you're eating. You're enjoying your traditional food. Your cultural food, okay.
My culture food is firstly Amerja Padola. We eat millet bread. We call it konkal. It's,
You call it?
Konkal.
konkal. Yeah, or kalo. Yeah, most people usually call it kalo. As Bernard has said, it's and what Hamida has really talked about is it's important to understand how much carbs you can actually have. So usually it's maybe 30 grams or 45 grams really, if it's like lunch. Or sometimes it depends again on what discussions you've had with your doctor and the nutritionist as well. So most times I'm going to take maybe a fistful or two of corn kal, and that's it for me. And then I'll supplement it with lots of vegetables so that I still get to feel like I'm full, because I don't need much of it. But just two fistfuls are good enough for me. Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah.
Now, you have all shared your objectives about this carb. Like, no, I want to ask, why is it when you eat, let's say, I don't want to give posho a lot.
Yeah.
Should I give something else which other food has like a lot of carbs?
Right. Yeah. Rice.
Thank
The
you.
rice does,
Rice
yeah.
is why is it sometimes when you're at the hospital, they advise you to eat fried rice than white rice?
Again,
What's that?
that's the things we're talking about. Yeah, it's
Brown rice, huh?
yes, there's brown rice and fried rice, but I think it comes down to how much starch they have. I don't know. I can't speak much to it, but I think the thing is that brown rice seems to have less starch than white rice, and then also probably the effect it has on your sugars. So maybe brown rice has a slower effect. Maybe how it affects your sugars is much slower than white rice. And then of course, if in a hospital, they're trying to monitor your sugars and try to get them in range, and it's easier for them if they're using maybe brown rice. But I think Dr. Wen has talked about it. He has a sort of like a book where he's written about it. But again, at the hospitals, as I said, they've really tried to demystify this, that there are foods you can't eat, and literally told us, again, speaking with your doctor, where they're saying, look, you can eat anything and everything is good for you, just in moderation, and don't forget your insulin. And I think the problem with carb counting, as Bernard and Hamida have said, is that, and it's something I talked about, people think it's for the educated. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because look at the scenario, you're hungry, or let's say you have a hypo coming in, the last thing you're going to think about, from my perspective, the last thing you're going to think about is, oh, how many carbs are here? The best you can do is maybe look at your sugars and say, okay, my sugars are high, let me counter that with what? With insulin. And sometimes that's how we end up getting hypos, because we give too much insulin, we don't realize how many carbs we've eaten, maybe we've eaten less, and then we end up falling into yes. So maybe what I can say, I don't know if it's a parting shot maybe, is that for every T1D out there, if you have the opportunity to speak to your doctor about carb counting at your next visit, please just let them explain to you. All the nurses, we have amazing nurses at the hospital, and they get this. They get our language. They have a very nice way of breaking down this whole complex thing into something that's very simple for you to understand. Because once you understand how carb counting works, and once you understand also how your insulin works, the two of them, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ivan. So, Ivan, thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hamida. So, Ivan, I would like you to take us through a quiz.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I came prepared. I came prepared. I hope I have enough time for it. So, quiz is going to be like this. We have 20 questions. We're going to be as fast as possible. You score the right question, right answer, you get 2 points. If somebody fails to answer that, and then we pass it on to somebody else and they get it, they get 1 point. So if you're out there, please help me keep track of what everybody scores. I don't want to be, you can't do that because you're a participant. So what we're going to do is, when I read a question, I'm going to read a question. We have four options for each. So the first person to raise their hand is the person I'll choose. Okay. The first question is, Why do people with T1D count carbs? A, to lose weight. B, to match insulin doses. 3, to avoid eating Matooke. 4, to track calories. Yes, Swabra?
Down for insulin dose.
Which is what? B?
Yes.
Yes, you're correct. So those are 2 points for Swabra. 2, which Ugandan staple is highest in carbs?
A.
A, posho, which is maize meal. 2, fried tilapia. 3, sukuma wiki, or greens. And C or 4, roast goat.
Me.
Bernard was A, posho maize meal is true. Of these, posho is the highest. So Bernard gets 2 points.
This next question is mine.
3, if a chapati has about 30 grams of carbs, what does that mean? A, 30 grams of sugar only. B, 30 grams of total carbohydrates. C, 30 calories. D, 30 grams of protein.
B.
B.
Nobody raised their hand. Bernard raised his hand first. Yes, those are the instructions. So 2 extra points for Bernard. Yes, that means that 30 grams of total carbohydrates. Number 4, which snack is most likely to cause a quick blood sugar spike? A, groundnuts. B, mandazi. 3, boiled eggs. Or C, boiled eggs. And D, avocado. Sobra raised their hand first. Mandazi. That's correct. 2 points for Sobra. 5, what's a common carb count for 1 medium banana? What's a common carb count for 1 medium banana? A, 10 grams. B, 25 grams. C, 50 grams. D, 100 grams. Amida, your hand was up first.
You said grams. Repeat the grams again.
Only this time. Next time, pay attention. A, 10 grams. B, 25 grams. C, 50 grams. D, 100 grams.
We have medium, large, small.
Yeah, for a medium banana. Or Matooke. Medium banana or Matooke.
I know that small can be between 10 to 15. Medium could be 25, but large is also.
So what's your
25.
answer?
I'll go with 25.
B, 25 grams. She's right.
Wow.
Number 6, why do some T1Ds prefer millet porridge over white posho? A, it tastes sweeter. B, it has fewer carbs. C, it digests slower, giving steadier blood sugars. D, it is cheaper. Amida?
Okay, that question is very
Very
hard.
tricky. It's a
Very
very tricky
tricky.
question.
But actually, D is right. It's cheaper.
You sure?
It is cheaper. Millet, right?
Millet is cheaper. No?
Is it?
It is.
But the answer is wrong. That's not the answer.
No.
That's not the answer.
B.
But it could also be right.
B?
You know?
B is wrong.
No, let him repeat the question.
Yes, you're the last option. You're the last option.
So give me A and C.
I give you A and C.
Only choose one.
So choose one. Yes. No. I'm not repeating.
If he repeats, we go.
Yeah, it's not fair.
We go.
No. You remember the question. So choose. You just choose which one it is. Is it A or C?
C.
C. It digests slower, giving steadier blood sugars. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah. It digests much slower than white posho or maize flour does. Hope I'm holding this right. Okay. Question 7. Which drink is sneaky with hidden carbs? 1, A is water. B is black tea without sugar. C is passion fruit juice. D is black coffee.
Yes.
Juice.
Okay, you raise your hand first. So 2 points for Hamida. And did you give yourself the 1 point?
Hamida.
Did you? Oh, sorry. It's not Hamida. It's Sobra. And did you give yourself? For the C. Yeah. Number 8. What's a common carb count for 1 cup of cooked rice? or pilau?
Come again?
What's a common carb count for 1 cup of cooked rice or pilau? Is it A, 10 grams, B, 20 grams, C, 45 grams, or D, 100 grams? Hamida?
45.
45 grams is right. Wow. Number 9, why might carb counting feel tricky at a Ugandan buffet? That stuff where they put posho, what, brown rice, white rice, pilau, all those things. A, no food labels. B, portion sizes vary. C, sauces and stews add hidden carbs. D, all of the above. Hamida was first.
A.
Yeah? A, no food labels. That's not true. You came second. He came second. Yeah? B, portion sizes vary. Not true. C, sauces and stews. Not true. The correct answer is D. All of the above. No, but there's an option of all the above.
They all matter?
Yes, all of them are true. All of them make it very tricky because you'll find there are no labels. The portion sizes vary.
Next time you tell me the answer.
Okay, number 10. What's one benefit of learning carb counting from Ugandan meals? A, you never need insulin again. B, you can guess carbs more confidently in local foods. C, you stop eating carbs completely. D, you avoid all mistakes. Hamida? You put your hand up so fast, I thought you had the answer.
D.
D is not correct.
D or B? B.
No, you already gave up an answer. D is not correct. You go there. Yes. B. Yes, B. You can guess carbs more confidently in local foods. 1 + 1.
That's question.
That's question 10. We're halfway there. Don't worry. I'm going to speed through these. These ones are easier. The next ones are easier. Yes. Those are 10 questions. Okay, number 11. Yes. Which street food is usually carb heavy? A, Rolex of chapati and eggs. B, roast chicken. C, fried fish. D, sukuma wiki. Bernard? A, Rolex chapati and eggs. And number 12, which fruit has more carbs per serving? Which fruit has more carbs per serving? A, mango. B, papaya or pawpaw. C, pineapple. D, watermelon. Hamida?
Pineapple.
Wrong. Yes, Sabra?
B.
Wrong. A is right, but I'll get you 1 point for A. All right. What's a common carb count for 1 mandazi? What's a common carb count for 1 mandazi? A, 5 grams. B, 15 grams. C, 25 grams. D, 50 grams.
Me. Don't repeat the question.
A. Sorry. Yes, I mean. No. Hamid. No, Sabra. Actually, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
Yeah. Yes, Hamid.
25 grams.
25 grams is the correct answer. Yeah, +1 to Hamida. Number 14. Which Ugandan breakfast item is lowest in carbs? Which Ugandan breakfast item is lowest in carbs? A, tea with sugar. B, chapati. C, boiled eggs. D, mandazi. Sabra? Boiled eggs. C is correct. Number 15, why might sodas be tricky for T1 days? Why might sodas be tricky for T1 days? A, they have no carbs. B, they contain hidden sugars. C, they are always diet drinks. D, they reduce insulin needs.
Wait, don't rush.
B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He put his hand first and B is right. They contain hidden sugars. 16, we're almost done. So those of you who are lagging behind, this is your last chance to. 16, which staple food portion is hardest to estimate carbs for? Staple food, the local foods that we eat at home. A, matooke. B, posho. C, rice. D, cassava. You hesitant, yeah. Okay, Zobra.
Cassava.
Cassava is not the right answer. Rice is not the right answer. Yes, Samida?
It's Matooke.
It's Matooke indeed.
Skip.
It's the hardest to estimate carbs for because sometimes they vary in sizes.
And even the way how they prepare.
Exactly.
But there is a question you've not asked.
No, it's. I'm coming. I still have number 17. Which snack is a better low carb choice? Which snack is a better low carb choice? A. Groundnuts. B. Mandazi. 3. C. Chapati. And D. Pilau rice. Hamida?
Groundnuts.
Groundnuts is correct. 2 points for Hamida.
Fiber.
Number 18. Why do sauces like peanut stew matter in carb counting? Why do sauces like peanut stew matter in carb counting? A. They add flavor. B. They add hidden carbs. C. They reduce carbs in the meal. D. They cancel insulin needs. Hamida?
They do it?
Me, don't even bother.
D is they cancel insulin needs.
Insulin what?
Needs.
Please, don't waste time.
She has to answer. She has to answer and first fail it. It's burning you.
The way how it's okay, like what I expected to be the answer, is not in there, but
It is. The answer is there.
Let me go with D.
D is not correct. B is the correct answer. Number 19. Which Ugandan drink is safest for carb-free hydration? A. Water. B. Soda. C. Juice. D. Sweet tea. Bernard? A. Water is the safest for carb-free hydration. Yeah. I expected to see all your hands up, but the last question of the day. What's one everyday tip for carb counting in Uganda?
Come again?
What's one everyday tip for carb counting in Uganda? The tip that you think is... Okay, let me explain. A. Always carry a carb chart for local foods. B. Only eat imported foods. C. Avoid all carbs completely. D. Guess without learning. Hamida? A. Always carry a carb chart for local foods.
But I'm still not.
Those are 2 points.
I'm
2 points
still
for.
not
Now I should receive. So, what is this? Now you didn't calculate it for me. Okay. 2 plus 2. You right. The first person has 2 plus 2, which is 4, plus 2, 6, 8, 9. Swabra has 9. Bernard has 2 plus 2, which is 4. Is that a 2 or 1? Or 1? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9, 11, 14. Hamida has 2. This is 4, 5, 6, 8, and 10.
I can't be that.
So yes, we've come to the end of our quiz, and in third place is Swabra with 9, right?
In fact, it's the first place.
No. From behind, yeah, sure, from behind. In third place is Swabra with 9. Second is Hamida with 10, and last in first place. In first place is Bernard with 14 points. So Bernard is our Quizmaster champion for today. And if you thought you could do better than them, please feel free to challenge our Quizmaster today. Don't use Just let us know what your answers would have been in the comment section if you're watching us on YouTube. Also, if you want to be a part of this quiz next time, I think we shall have a quiz where we'll have a live audience coming in. Yeah, back to you, Sabra.
So thank you, Ivan. Thank you for participating, even though. But anyway, so any diabetic patient out there suffering from diabetes, we would like to let you know that you are allowed to eat everything, especially the carbs food, as long as you put this in mind. You adjust your insulin, you don't miss your insulin, and you should start practicing carb counting, or you can ask your doctors to help you through all your nonsense so that you don't miss any type of miracles each meal helps in different ways in your body. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's better you first carry out carb counting, or you go learn how to adjust your insulin so that you don't miss out on anything. See you on our next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.